Audio wise, let's take care of a bit of audio problems. Last time we played. Okay, game volume's already apparently pretty low on stream wise, so I guess I'll just go ahead and lower more sound effects and stuff. But anyway, we've returned. Back to where we left off. Having just finished talking to her, just getting back from that mission, was one train round left. Let's talk with some people. See what they think.
Oh, did you hear yet? There was a demonstration at the limb clinic. Anti-augmenters. Mostly peaceful, though.
That's good.
Great job at the plant, boss. Wish I could have gone out with you, but things got a little tense over here, too.
Oh, good to know. Okay, gonna go over check that out after we go talk to these two.
This whole situation is going to hurt us, Adam. If it keeps up, the UN is likely to rule in favor of industry regulation, and that will be the end of Seraph Industries.
It's concerning,
Another
but
attack.
alrighty.
Can't wait to see what the Humanity Front says about it this time.
Well, the Humanity Front is gonna have a hard time criticizing me because I saved everyone. Beyond a person who uninstalled life upon themselves. Alright, so we got this. Important to remember. That there's a sewer grate area there, and that in it is a hack level 5 door, which tells me there's some special items. I've never seen that thing. I played this game once years ago.
It's disgusting how public opinion has turned on David so quickly.
Huh.
It's his fault these lunatics keep attacking us.
People seem to think we're hiding something.
Only because Eliza Kazan keeps spinning it that way. Seriously, it used to be that when David talked, all of Detroit listened. What happened?
What
It's
happened is that
called
David
the
made
media
too many promises
being
he couldn't
used in a way
20
to
years
spin
ago,
a
Trump
narrative
was
they
on his last
desire.
legs, remember? And Seraph Industries
The
promised to
dumb
pick it back up.
mentality, and the one
like
that's
one company
really
and one man
insults
can do that by
any
himself.
form of
They're a bunch
integrity.
of ungrateful hacks, if you ask me.
But yeah,
Adam, I heard you were back, but I just didn't believe it. Gosh, you look good.
Hey, Jensen, heard about what happened in Milwaukee Junction tonight. Is it true they were really after the typhoon?
yeah, and I not only stopped them from getting it, but also saved a bunch
you
of
were
people.
there at the plant. What happened? How did that monster get away from you?
I was saving an employee. And a loved one of one of the staff members, you know, show the staff we care about them.
You really took care of those Purity First assholes. Wish I could have been there to see it.
Great job at the plant, boss. Wish I could have gone out with you, but things got a little tense over here.
Gonna override this save. Security level 2. Hello, sir. expected. Just wanted to double check. Might be good to enhance how much we can hack. Out of there.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence. If this is
Sure.
about the typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer.
I'm not.
There's a reason I can't examine the typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
Now, on that one, I gotta say I can understand his mentality. He's like, listen, I appreciate what you did. Congrats on getting through that plant security software. Great job. Props to you. Kudos. I am the tech guy here. I am the computer whiz. I'd appreciate if you don't try to take that from me. Like, that's an understandable mentality. It's like, listen, you got your lane, helping security, that stuff. I got the computer guy position. I'd appreciate having that.
Just leave, Jensen. I'm very busy.
I don't buy for a second he was with Purity first. I think someone slipped him into Sanders' group to manipulate those thugs.
Yeah, but who? Who would know we were developing the typhoon?
Same people who attacked us last time, Roy.
I'm getting the
come
feeling
on. We were testing it when they broke in.
of a
All right, I'll give you
hypothesis.
So what? You think a foreign government is behind this?
Because of the fact that we know it's a giant conspiracy.
Isolate,
A bunch of big companies.
Medical, any one of our competitors could be behind this.
And the media is so against us.
Jensen, is it true Sanders acted surprised when he heard about the hacker?
Hey, do you know if David is going to step it up security-wise
Talks
around
all
here?
over the office, Mr. J. You really took care of those Purity First assholes. Wish I could have been there.
That was a fun time.
Hey, Mr. Jensen. I just finished sweeping the 3rd floor. Gave your office a once-over while I was there. Everything is just the way you left it.
Thank you. Sometimes having that little bit of regularity is all that
Great job at the
someone
plant,
can
boss.
ask for.
Wish I could have gone out with you, but things got a little tense over here.
Hey, Jensen. Rumor is some of those pro-human bastards got away tonight, including their leader. Think they had inside help?
It was a judgment call of either have one of our staff members get killed over pride and stuff, or just be like, you know what, get going
Jensen,
and leave our friend.
didn't think I'd see you back here. I guess I couldn't find anyone competent to take your place.
Yep, so they had to go with lunatic. I don't blame them. It's hard to find someone as crazy as me, or someone who's able to do what I do. Heart of Steel. Across the plaza, Meredith saw him stumble and fall against the low wall. She cast a quick glance back to where the demonstrators continued to build toward an outbreak of fury, and then, on an impulse she couldn't explain, she went to him, offering a hand. He looked up from under his hood, and the eye half glittered there. Had hard and gray, like fragments of sea ice, made her gasp. He stood, ignoring her outstretched hand, but there was something in the depths, at odds with a scowl. Are you fine? He muttered. Those eyes narrowed. You're hurt. Just a scratch, she began, but his hand was already coming up to her cheek. Meredith started at silver fingers touched the skin, To her surprise, they were warm. Yeah, he said, turning away. I'm one of them. A cog. But he was already leaving.
Finally, someone who can get things done.
Robert,
Welcome back, Adam.
hello. Cool dancing cat. How are you doing?
Listen, Jensen. 2 attacks in 6 months? I'm starting to get nervous here. This keeps up, we're all going to be out of a job.
Hey, Tiger. Megan always did say you'd take Walt's augmentations.
Thank you. That's actually a
Can
first.
you believe it? There are people out there siding with the bastards who attacked us. Defending the human race my ass.
Yeah, that's why I didn't kill the people who attacked us. Cause I was like, I know full well if I go in guns blazing, it's gonna be like, see, they're violent extremists. They're lunatics. They'll just shoot up people who dare not agree with them. I knew that the second I was attached to deal with them. Like, I know full well what the news will say if I just don't handle it with tact. Didn't know if you were coming back, so I deleted your entire network account. I only received the order to set up a new one a few minutes ago, so if you don't like the password I picked, live with it. Mandrake. P.S. The password should also work on your home computer. Man. Drake. Doesn't. I meant what I said at the plant today. You saved my life in more ways than one. When those gunmen took my Josie away, I thought, well, you probably know what I thought. Please, let me repay you. Josie and I are back home, safe in our apartment. We live in a third-floor condo on Brooklyn Court. You can find the entrance behind the 2nd Street gas station. Stop by next time you're in the city, and I'll have something for you. Security concern. Adam, I really don't mean to bug you on this, but I think I've another suspect in those neuroprion thefts. I caught Denzel Mitchell going over my stack of VersaLife purchase orders. He said he needed to verify the legal addresses for a contract David wanted him to look over, but he'd have the addresses on a dozen correspondences already. For a lawyer, you think he'd be able to come up with a better defense. His door code is 1364, by the way. Athena. Previously, Ethan Morgulus blah 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 wrote, "Welcome back, Adam. First of all, it's really good to have you back. Things just have been the same since the attack, and we're all hoping your return will restore some sense of equilibrium. That and David really misses you. I know your top priority right now is going to be with him, but if you have a moment, there's something I'd like to check with you to check into, as well as something. Someone's been stealing neuroplastines. I first noticed 3 months ago, but where's the life? Often usual. I had Frank run through the lab security tapes. That's when he realized someone had tampered with them. And usually on nights when Rosaline was in charge, Frank wanted research, but immediately and gave me the access code 3718. But I told him to wait. Last thing we need is to start falsely accusing people. Get a chance because he's working Office 23. Alrighty. We got some codes to go invade privacy, which I love doing. Three, 6, 4. Well, politics review, 2000s, blah blah. Marked growth in area industry, making people public major player. However, despite technological advances due towards human rights, alrighty. Even in fiction, I have no interest in politics. It's boring and generally just sucks. Alrighty. I saved your conversation history. And let's swat into the plant. Too much at stake. And Jensen. Medical leave. I gave him a clear bill of health last week. I should present the accusation. Hired me to protect your ass. You got away with tech surgeries because of a neat little clause we had in his contract. But something happens to him now. It won't, trust me. It's your call, boss. We saved his life, for God's sake. I don't think suing us anytime soon. You got a second? Can you stop by? David's asked to draft a formal letter, TYM. A gracious offer. Make sure I get the wording correct. And no security. Most employee did not adhere. Alrighty. Anything else? What do you mean I can access his media logs? Pretty cool dude, thanks. Checking PDs. I've done myself. Way too long. If she caught me with them, I'd have been toast, you know. Anyway, for what you told me, I'm sure Mike behind these thefts. She's purchasing types out the POS before Malone signs them. Made a change the figs after. Store to hers. Letting myself in there. Don't worry, I won't sue if anything goes wrong. Alrighty, more codes. Exploring the place. How fun. At that door. And this door's already open. Just looking through areas. Surely I'll come across one of the doors. Hey, 27 looks familiar. An e-book. Generation. And the newspaper. Race. One participant. So the other becomes a ride on random. Gotta pass a mistake happens. We work our butts off. Start talking about benefits. Not cool. I'm starting seeking feeling about this place. The week you are entitled by law to 1.5 times your regular rate of pay for all overtime hours worked, but we'd like you to consider on an alternative option, a 1-for-1 exchange of overtime for paid vacation hours. You know, normally if a company's being like, oh, don't log in your overtime, it's scummy, but they're really just being like, hey, that's gonna cost us a lot, and we're currently just doing our best to get the money and survive to get this work done. And if that's the case, and they're like, hey, so once that's done, if you'd rather, you can log the amount of hours you've worked, and that many hours you'll get paid time off, which I think a lot of people would take, especially if it's like almost pretty much every day of the week you're working overtime. You can pretty much get like almost a month of paid time off added on to your already allowed paid time off, and at that point, you can basically be like, all right, we're going on a long vacation. It would be a great time. It could actually work. I think it's super cool, but I'm saying it's the most reasonable thing I've ever seen. Something like that. Study I'd like to share in the analyzed security and privacy properties implemented by, the defibrillator, introduced to U.S. market in 2003. Wirelessly nearby external programmer in the 175 kilohertz frequency range. After partially reverse engineering the ICD's communications protocol, with an oscillating oscilloscope and software radio, we implemented several software radio-based attacks that could compromise patient safety and privacy. Twin Cities cries of outrage from participants interrupt Mr. Darrow. He looked up, surprised. Loud, growling sound. Please, ladies and gentlemen, please. A minute, the crowd quiets enough. Listen, I'm not here to talk about the philosophical nature of what we do in augmentation science. That's not to say I don't understand the ramifications of my work. Just that I feel there are better thinkers than I, more suited to the risk. My prowess, my genius, if you'll forgive me for calling it that, is in creation of these engines of human improvement. I'll leave it to future generations to decide if I am remembered for for what I've created. But I will say this: at no other time in our history had the dominant species on the planet have we, as human beings, had as much power over our own bodies as we do now. On a threshold of an age where the tyranny of biology can be defeated, someone born blind, someone whose legs are claimed by some tragedy, someone who once could hear but now cannot, we can offer hope to them. Nature no longer has the upper hand. That's definitely a persuasive argument. You told me that these vacation days you've been using up lately haven't been vacation at all. Why didn't you come to me, sweetheart? If I'd known how difficult it was for you to set foot in years elapsed, I could have done something about it. Look, I'll speak to David. He'll understand, and maybe we can get workers' comp to reimburse us for all the weeks you've been missing. In the meantime, stay home, try to relax, and keep up those sessions with Erin. She sounds like a real helpful person. Now write down your password to give it to someone else unless it has systems administration authority. And only when you are safe and comfort of your own home. What happened some months ago, devastating loss, so many good people, of so many of our friends and colleagues, and something which I personally find impossible to grasp. I know we'll never be able to replace them, but I swear to you this: if we will rebuild, we will pick up the shattered pieces of our lives and their work. Move forward together, we will be stronger. Bastards who did this to us, and we will not let them succeed. Right now, I'm in constant communication with the authorities and who are getting the attack. If I hear anything conclusive, I'll let you know. In the meantime, Frank and the rest of security will be working tirelessly to ensure that this company, that all of you remain safe and secure. Alrighty. Anything else? Go ahead and go to here. Neighbor connects to decades. Nation, formal governments of countries are little more than lines of demarcation upon the world's map. Not to a flag, but to the true transnational entity thrives, corporations. That's not a great future. Good news, we will no longer be countries. Instead, we'll all just be employees. Everyone wants it to just be the corporations that are in charge. And I've logged each and every drop, use, and place all unused supplies back in the freezer before leaving, and I will not. And I'm not the only one working late those nights. Or he'll verify it. But as hearing from the lab, and his team was on X-Strand is simply amazing. I ran tests 3 times just to be sure, and none of them the usual rejection markers are present after 6 weeks without neuroplasties. This is unheard of, Will. Listen, I gotta take off, but you have got to see the results for yourself. Come by my office, room 2032. If by chance the door is locked, 9642 will get you in. Yeah, but standards company maintains is no easy task. Qualify, please send them my way. Alrighty. One thing just kinda $32. Or serves that's upstairs here. 31, 33, 35. Okay, so it's on the other side. Blah blah. Oh, taking plus companies 7 days. Ejection marker routinely. And nothing exhibit low levels of that commonly associated with the onset of rejection syndrome. Increased as expected. Tissue buildup around the biological cluster. Composite 2, on the other hand, showed no signs enzymes until week 6. At this point, trace levels that were detected but disappeared in 7 weeks. Enzymes were actually a byproduct of the formation of newly extruded neural tissue, pedal with the original matrix forming around that. It has conducted. Okay, great. I don't really care for all this mumbo jumbo of science. Password Eclipse. Yeah. EC L I L I P R E. Gotta tell the night, first of all, I had no clue you were interested and no idea you were still. But when I went to put the extra no pros away and caught you reaching into the freezer, well, needless to say, it was a very pleasant surprise. So, Sneak over here. Hey, great. Okay, so what to do now? I guess depends on the quest that we have. Sound for you. Since someone has been stealing our parts around here for quite a while, you know, that's half cost of first, so I suspect someone will sell it on black market. We need to get to the bottom of this and bring it to David before Jensen does. Feeling up to a little late night detective work, I've got in telecam that's rigged to record while it's inside the lab freezer. It'll look strange if I get caught in there and replacing it. You, on the other hand, always full of surprise. You up for it? Coffee break. Alright, so might want to pop over to the lab. Don't go to the penthouse just yet. Let's see, cafeteria, technological lab.
Don't you have somewhere to be, Jensen? I'm sure Sarif is expecting your report.
Okay, my guy, sure thing.
Can you believe that? They spin the news like anyone else.
Under construction, research and development.
Really?
Penthouse
Who wants to
CEO.
CON again? Right. I'll see you.
Let's see. Break recruitment efforts. Search. Where do you proof? It will verify it for me. Sorry. 27 already went in there. Let's double check after. Just double checking. I've gone all the places, so Denzel Mitchell went to him. Alrighty, well, double check down here quickly, but looking like
This whole thing just brings back bad memories. I love working here, but it's hard knowing that at any second.
God, I can't talk about it. What if another bunch of
Wait a
radicals
second.
burst through the
What are
door
these
like
two
right
talking
now
about?
and start shooting?
I know. It's so awful. Because you'd be the first to... I mean, you'd be...
I'd be the first to what?
Nothing. Forget it.
Mr. Jensen! Oh, everyone's talking about what a great job you did saving the hostages. You're a real hero, sir. Can I help you find something?
Has anyone been in my office recently?
I think cleaning people maybe, and that Mr. Corella was looking for you. But other than that, nobody's touched it. Up 2 floors and make a right.
just investigating if there's
get
any
to
info to
Sarah's
get in
office.
here.
Then you want to go to the penthouse. Use the elevator at the left wing of the building to get there.
We know where Princess is, just
Do you know
double
if he's still
checking.
in the tech lab?
Sorry. I laugh every time somebody calls it that. It's so not a lab. But yes, I believe he's still there. Go up?
Thanks, I'll find my way.
Of course. Have a good evening, sir.
Nice job tonight, Adam. I heard most of those vandals got arrested peacefully. Things could have been so much worse.
All they do
Yeah.
is watch Picus and listen to the one-sided pundits talk about us like we're monsters.
Dory, your family has a right to their opinion, but they don't have the right to ostracize you for yours.
They think I'm some kind of evil farmer. They say I'm harvesting fake body parts and allowing the butchers of the human race to carry out their plan. It's just awful.
We all know how divided this country is right now. The Civil War split up families. So did the Iraq War or Texas separatism. At the end of the day,
Sorry, what?
you have to do what you feel is right.
It's just so unfair, Adam. Why can't people see there's a real
Apparently in
need
this
for what we
timeline,
do here?
Texas did Succession.
Dory's just a little bit upset. Family problems? She'll be alright, don't worry.
I mean, didn't see that come, but alrighty. I don't even remember it. Like, finding that out in this game
Good work
the
securing
one time I
plant,
played it,
Jensen.
so.
Those augmentations must have come in handy.
Either I missed that or I completely forgot about it.
She's the plant manager.
Right, Josie. Yeah, I met her. What happened?
I heard the leader of the terrorists had a gun to her head, but Jensen talked him into letting her go.
Wow, that's amazing. Good thing Jensen was there.
Saved us all another funeral, that's for sure. God knows we've had enough of those.
Adam, I heard about the plan and the way you saved Josie. Nice job.
Jensen, what a hero. Seriously, not everyone could have done it.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing
good.
if not a shrewd political operator. You know that.
Right into another cutscene. Hooray.
For the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile.
Hello.
Talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check in with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Get her to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
I'm hoping it'll pay off for us later. Sanders was furious when he found out his hacker was augmented. He's not gonna rest till he finds out who set him up.
Oh, And you're naive enough to think he'll share the information when he gets it. I thought you were ready for this, Adam.
A gamble.
Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, because so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
You got it.
Sure thing. I don't care if it's legal or not. Screw legality. It's boring.
Adam, were you just speaking to David? I didn't know he'd finished his call. Is everything okay?
As well as can be expected.
Right, like I know what that means anymore. The phone's been ringing off the hook ever since Bill Taggart's little press conference this evening.
Taggart. Sarah was speaking about him when I walked in. What's the founder of the Humanity Front saying about us now?
Oh, he's all sincere this time, denouncing all the violence that's been committed against us, offering to come here in person to express his deepest sympathies.
Right. No wonder the boss seems grumpy.
Can you blame him? If it were up to Luddites like Taggart, you would have died on that operating table. The problem is, he knows how to play on people's fears.
Tampering with human biology can be pretty scary.
Tell that to all the warrants whose lives have been improved because of it. But if Taggart has his way, if he can sway popular opinion enough, then the United Nations will be forced to take a stand. Mark my words. That man is trouble.
Yeah, I get the feeling that there's a number of reasons why certain groups wouldn't want augmentation to be readily available.
That hacker's not going to be sitting still for long. Get over to...
Yeah, got it. Let's see. Things we need to worry about. 1. The hacker's body will be moved.
Report to your office. Adam Jensen?
Okay, I guess we gotta run up to my office quickly. Hello?
Man, what am I doing here? This is nuts.
Let me just save the game quickly.
Hey,
So,
Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yep.
Yeah. Tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I need an explanation
I know,
on this one.
It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
Pretty ballsy stealing a patented
First
drug
off,
from
I
a
need the
secure
info.
lab.
Give me the
managed to
download.
do it.
Both Tyndall and I worked the night shift every other week. I stashed the neuropozyne in a bag while he edited the security footage. Guess he kept part of it.
Neuropozyne. What could you guys want with an anti-rejection drug for augmentation patients? Reselling it? Providing a competitor?
Why do you automatically assume I was trying to turn a profit?
There's a lot of reasons, mainly because of the fact that it's super valuable and money is one of the biggest things that tempt people to do bad things.
How about Tyndall? Can't you reason with him?
You could try, but Tyndall's a pretty driven guy. I mean, the guy's like a rock. You'd need a Casey aug or something to crack him.
Casey?
Social enhancer. It's an augmentation designed to read people's reactions and behavioral patterns. Higher end series even allows you to directly influence people with pheromones or something.
Nice to know.
What is it exactly you need me to do?
I need you to get back that security footage Tyndall has on me. It's probably in his apartment, on his computer maybe.
So what? I just look him up in the phone book?
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court. It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
And I
And
should care about this
tell me
because-
why I get what I
Damn
get
it.
out of this.
Are you really going to shake me down like this? That's cold. I'm hurting here. Look, I may be able to get my hands on a weapon mod for you. Jeez, never thought I'd have to buy your help.
Listen, I'm not actually going to make you cough up a reward, but I needed to know, like, why? What is the end game here?
Alright, tell me more.
Really? Wow, thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for.
There's no guarantee
The
that
security
this goes
footage will
well.
probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
I got it from here.
He's been a even former employee. And Brian Tyndall is blackmailing him, stealing our plastic. Tim wants me to retrieve jail. Tim is holding. First step will be to find Tim's apartment building in Brooklyn Corridor. Apparently, miss it. Great. And we got 2 available points. Good to know. So let's see. We could get improved radar system. Doubles radar's range to 50 meters. Stars will be displayed as soon as they're in range. Visual acquiring them is no longer required. Hacking stuff, great. Answer them. Unless people persuade them into following certain courses of action. You can see more info section. Contextual. Let's see. Appears as a meter in the upper left corner. Your vision is whether you are swaying your target to your way of thinking by reading involuntary reactions like blush response, pupil dilation, increasing heart rate. But now it only displays helpful insight about the personality you're dealing with on the right side. This is bioengineered pheromone designed to influence behavior. As a subject talks, keep track of the number of times each personality type, alpha, omega, beta, lights up in the meter. The dominant type will fill more boxes overall. When prompted, select the pheromones most likely to influence it. Alrighty, great to know. We'll upgrade as we go. It's going well. It's going well, I believe.
Mrs. Reed?
Hello?
Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me,
yep.
This is also the place where I lost my daughter.
Ah.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you after all you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
I never asked for this. I have to do... I mean... real cool that I got all these improvements, and I guess among these options, I'd personally joke about it, be like, well, I put one foot in front of the other, mostly. But, I guess... I mean, I was just slugging a good number of people. I'm gonna do what I'll do. Whether I'm augmented or not ain't really the question. It's a question of, are they ready to run these hands?
I do what I have to do, augmented or not.
You seem very pragmatic, Adam. Maybe you should be careful not to trivialize such dramatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. You're not the same, Adam. And we've yet to see if it's for better or worse. But I know you loved Megan. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
Well,
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in
definitely
your
going to
apartment
Brooklyn
lobby
Court,
once
it
you're
seems.
done.
There's
Why
also
does a detective
that
need to
guy
work part-time
who
as a security guard?
somewhere
Oh, he
behind a
retired
gas
soon
station.
after the case.
Let's double check where
I
that
don't really
location
know the
is.
details.
Because there's
Maybe
some
he'll
goodies
tell you
there,
more.
I'm on it.
theoretically.
My neighbors were there when it happened, you know. The hostage taking at the Seraph plant.
Yeah?
Mr. Jensen, is it true that the leader of the terrorist cell got away? Guess you weren't as ready as Mr. Saraf thought.
Yes, I only managed to save all the hostages and kill nobody. Truly, I'm out of practice because I also didn't capture the terrorist leader. Truly, out of my prime situation here. No, not that. Computers, files, Acom, problem, off limits, the overtime, theater tickets, contract, quality standards, login office, current situation, urgent response needed. Let's see, where was, here it is. Tonight, good. Enter the button, should need failsafe code it, now it's set up. Not that, lines down. Hold up production. I remember there was talk of a guy, nope. Nope. That's a passage thing. That's from Pritchard. Soda cans. Maintaining plant security. Into overtime. Consider. Theater tickets. Office crisis situation. Where? Okay, so I can't find it. So, just need to remember there was mention of a guy, behind a gas station. So, any gas stations we find. Just investigate them. And that's the plan for now. Let's go back alleys as well. What's the worst that could happen?
Thanks for at least
Hey.
talking to me. Most people just walk on by like I'm invisible. They've made it practically illegal to be poor in this city.
Yeah. Met the thing, people. So many people. I'm not sure that they're a fan of rescue bots, but there is a detective in this game that was made in 2001 named Chase, and Chase is a detective who apparently, after an investigation into a certain person's unfortunate end, admitted to the mother, yeah, it wasn't done by the books. I'm not a fan
Nice
of that
sunglasses.
thing.
But it's nighttime, you dig?
Oh, I wear my sunglasses at night. Oh dear. I'll probably be talking to said detective eventually. For now, figuring out our bearings in the city. Hello.
Let's move along.
Second Street.
Damn it. My Wi-Fi's out, and I need to check the sports scores right away. Wish I could afford one of those cranial dogs.
Nah, we don't need that for now, I don't think. Hello, officer. Oh, a gas station. Ha! Save. There's supposedly a guy with, some goodies.
I ain't got nothing for you. Check with the man. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Hello there.
You got anything you want to buy or sell? I'm the guy you want to deal with. Everything's on the computer, right at your fingertips. Be sure to tell all your friends. Just not the cops.
Oh, cool, an ebook. The Myth of Human Augmentation. Oh, sure, because it's a myth. I'm not real at all.
I ain't no guinea pig. Ain't no way I was getting just
Grayson hooked me up with some real tight merch. Those art lovers get in my face now, I'm ready to pop. What you need, player? Cause I know where you can cop some goods. If you want some.
Grayson? Where he at these days?
Yo, where you been, man? He been running shit through that abandoned gas station for weeks.
Oh, word? I want to get some upgrades.
Great.
I'm thinking about getting my pit bull augmented. Get him some cyber pod.
Word to the wise, handsome. Don't go straying too close to Derelict Row. Them crazies don't take well to enhancers.
I hear you, however, I also don't
This city
fear.
is one big gutter and always will.
David Seraph ain't saved this city. He split it into the haves and have-nots.
Damn right. I've been living for 10 years. Don't I got the right to get enhanced? No.
Cordon off area. Aha! Pathway in. I moved that trash can to get to this hole, and then
People been saying odds equal progress. Look at me. I've been progress right out into the street.
yep. I've gotten into the bed. This is Detroit. Of course it doesn't seem like there's any sky. It's just constantly cloudy and or raining. It's one of the many reasons. You can only climb so far. I mean, yeah, eventually you hit the limit of how far you can reach for.
It's a welcome change in the dirty old
Let's see, Sharon Building, Electric Row, Downtown Apartments. Thorpe, locate Tyndall's apartment. Meet with the doc, and here. I guess we'll go this way first. Actually, that would be a bad idea.
Adam, you got that neural hub yet?
You're asking me to pull off a heist, boss, inside a police station. It's gonna take time.
Right. Well, if you can't talk your way past the lobby, there's gotta be another entrance outside, in back or on the roof. Save the frontal assault as a last resort.
Got it. Let's see. We might want to consider going over to these apartment buildings first. Because if we do this rushed, we get into a world of hurt. We can investigate a pathway first. Get a feel for the city. We make any plans. There's nothing on this side of the building. Don't mind me. I'm just walking around. Just gonna go over here.
Nice night for a walk. But you might want to stay on a derelict road, knowing how the local gang feels about people with enhancements.
Thanks for the heads up. Alrighty. There's nothing on that side, however. Go around the corners and you'll inevitably find something. A bunch of electricity, but cuts through some stuff. How do we give the back path away? Yep, back pathway. Problem is, there's so much electricity flowing, and I don't see us surviving that. Not yet. So. Yeah. Go that way. Just bzzz, and dead. So why do we want to visit the limb clinic? Instead I visit the doctor who's been monitoring my recovery. Down the street. Okay. Guess there's one of these apartment buildings that we go to and we want to deal with right away. The other one I'm gonna take my time with.
Huh. I could do that.
Cool. That guy got moves. Swing by the limb clinic, swing by... Maybe don't swing by. We'll stop by the clinic quickly. Hello. Step, step, step.
Ah, Mr. Jensen. David Seraph told me you'd be dropping by. I've just been reviewing the test results we received on you last week.
Should I start rolling up my sleeves?
Surprisingly, no. I see no trace of glial tissue buildup in any of your charts.
It's been 6 months, Doc. Shouldn't I be on neuropozyne shots by now?
One would think, but these test results show no signs of implant rejection. If anything, the bond between tissue and electrodes seems to be getting stronger.
So I'm free to go?
Well, Mr. Seraph did ask me to discuss another topic with you. You are aware that several precautionary measures had to be put into place during your first surgery?
Not all of my implants were switched on, I know.
The damage caused by the hematoma had to be taken into account. Your brain needed time to recover, to get used to the mechanical neural processors and turn them on naturally over time.
Cut to the chase, Doc. What does Seraph want?
He feels that you might be ready to speed up the activation process using special software known as Praxis Kits.
Oh,
I mean, I don't have to wait for my augmentations to kick in naturally anymore.
You can, if you prefer. But Mr. Seraph did make a generous donation to LIM in your name, thus ensuring that Praxis software linked to your particular neuro enhancements would always be available to you and you alone. Please, take a look.
3 full energy cells. That'd be useful. That's up to maximum.
Very well, Mr. Denson. Use it in good health.
Alright, we got 3 enhancements now. What decreased chance of detection capturing? Might not hurt to get this social enhancer. Yeah, couldn't hurt.
Protesting is not against the law.
I know that, officer. But some of those guys were carrying tire irons and setting garbage cans on fire.
And those were the ones we arrested. The rest were merely exercising their right to free speech.
What about my right to come to work each day without fearing for my life? I've still got to walk home tonight.
I understand your concern. But if you want round-the-clock protection, I suggest you hire a private security company.
Go on in. We're still open.
And I agree with the police officer there. It's like, listen, I get it, you're scared. Not great time, but if you're asking for around the clock, unless it's like you're about to rat on the mob.
Are you finished at the clinic?
For now.
Good. Right now I want to know who that corpse is. Head over to the police station and get his neural hub. And Adam, if you can't talk your way in, consider making a strategic retreat. There's gotta be another entrance in the side of the building.
Run on through. Sorry, you live over here? Well, I forgot how to jump.
Adam, are you finished? At the clinic?
For now.
Good. Right now I want to know who that corpse is. Head over to the police station and get his neural hub. And Adam, if you can't talk your way in, consider making a strategic retreat. There's gotta be another entrance in the side of the building.
Run through here.
Hello there. Well,
Hello,
you must be
Detective
Adam
Chase.
Jensen.
A keen observation.
Mrs. Reed told me you might pay me a visit. And don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of hard to miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment. She told me you might have information regarding Megan Reed's case and the attack on Seraph headquarters.
Oh boy, what a mess. Total pissing match. We had the feds on our ass, orders from 3 different departments, and pressure from so many lobbyists it felt like being the scrawny new kid in a prison shower.
It is a very high-profile case. Mrs. Reed said you thought some procedures were overlooked.
You got that right. I mean, you know how it is. Mrs. Reed told me you used to be a cop. There's always cases where you see the lazy officers taking shortcuts. But this was different.
Different how?
Too much stuff got overlooked. People seemed way too eager to jump to conclusions, and every time I was remotely insistent, I got turned down by ranking officers. People wanted to bury this thing fast. That's never a good sign.
Surely you have something more substantial than this.
Yeah, well, that's where you come in. I got a couple of leads I could never fully
2 betas.
investigate. I started poking around, but these government-type agents just gave me the creeps. I got scared. Months away from retirement, I didn't want to fuck things up. But you obviously have the means to get to the bottom of this.
So what have you got?
First off, there's a rumor that the order to close the investigation came from higher up, maybe even outside the local department. Anything like that would have passed through Captain Penn. There might be traces of this left on his office computer.
Guess I'll have to pay a visit to the local precinct.
Well, while you're there, there was an officer assigned to the case, Chet Wagner. He's not what you call a choir boy. And when he suddenly got brought on the case, I got suspicious. Somebody wanted him there. And I'm pretty sure he tampered with some of the evidence. You should talk to him. Find out what he knows.
Okay, I'll have a little chat with Officer Wagner.
You'll most likely find him in the lobby. He got retrograded from his conduct, and he takes depositions now. He won't budge easily, but I'm pretty sure you can find some dirt on him on his desktop. His office is on the 3rd floor. You might find something there to help loosen up his tongue.
Anything else worth looking into?
Yeah, when the order came down to close the case, the bulk of the evidence was stashed in the storage locker. Maybe you can find some interesting stuff in there. It's on the alley right next to the station. The code is 4891. But I know an outside agency had access to that locker, so be careful.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's nothing. And, well, please, don't bother
Another
coming back
Omega.
here with details. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to help. But the less I know about this case, the better I'll feel.
You said an outside agency may have tampered with the storage locker. What did you mean by that?
Well, I've seen, I've heard that government agents may have locked up some of the more sensitive evidence in a safe inside the locker.
Come on, Chase. What are you not telling me?
Damn it. Okay, listen. I snooped around that locker before and found the safe code. But I kinda got caught by one of those guys. He knows I know, Jensen. If I give you the code, they'll know I talked. Call me negative, but I can't think of a nice outcome to that.
Okay, so betas flashed 3 lights, I think. Omegas flashed 4? That Omega Alpha Beta thing, were there any other flashes that happened? think pressure will be best.
I want that safe code. And you know I have the means to make you talk if I want to.
Look, I've been threatened by mobsters, gangers, pimps, and dealers for 40+ years. And it's not like I gave you nothing. So come on now. There's no need for these unpleasantries.
We're gonna try that again. We know it's beta.
Hello?
A kid.
Mrs. Reed?
I'll try to...
Oh.
Is it
You got
different?
too much.
Surely.
Yeah, well,
So what have you...
first off.
Get... Okay. Anything else?
Yeah.
Thanks for the head.
Well,
Come on. Come on, Chase. You're the good guy, the honest cop. In a police flick, you'd be the straight arrow. You know deep down you want to do what's right. That safe code could mean a lot.
Don't paint me as a hero, Jensen. I'm a regular guy. But you're right, though. I always try to do the right thing. The code is 7196. But do me a favor. Can you at least try to hack the damn thing before punching in the code? If I'm lucky, it'll be enough to throw them off. You have to help Mrs. Reed.
Why retire from the force only to become a security guard? I mean, it looks like you still love the work.
I love the idea of being a cop. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to join the force.
Alrighty.
But I just got fed up. It's not like I had imagined it. It's a job. Some people are good at it, while others just don't care. And it shows. This case, the Seraph case, it was just the last drop in a cup already full.
How did you get assigned to this case?
I didn't push for it, if that's what you mean. To be honest, I didn't want to get involved.
Why not?
I was an honest cop, Jensen. I always tried to conduct myself in accordance with the law, with procedures, and what I believed was right. Not really the standard MO for a case like this.
That's all I need for now.
Good guy. They just realized the situation wasn't what he signed up for. That's understandable. Now we got some friends who want to pay me back for a good deed, if memory serves. I'm sure this will go well. Hey.
Welcome. I'm glad you came. I can never properly repay you for what you did, of course, but I would like to help out any way I can.
What'd you have in mind?
There's a gentleman named Sarah who works in the area. His business causes him to move around quite a bit, but at the moment he's occupying an apartment in a building on Earl's Court. If you mention my name, he'll give you a discount on his wares. Deals in, well, he's a gun runner.
How does a guy like you know someone like that?
Growing up in my old neighborhood, you learn pretty quick to cultivate certain types of relationships.
I can never thank you enough for what you did.
No problem. What if Jensen looks at a fridge and instead of saying, like, I wonder if there's a nice cold drink in there, instead is, can I lift this? No. What? Not gonna steal from them. That'd be monstrous. I wonder what they read. Yeah. Nice place. should probably get hacking level 2, if we're honest. It's pretty evident that that's going to be incredibly useful. Not many hacking level 1 items around. I'm gonna grab that because it's becoming pretty dang clear that hacking level 1 ain't gonna get us far.
Access denied.
Oh, it happens. 1 second. What do these bars do? Single energy cell. Clearly, we might want to look into further enhancing our hacking ability. What? A bit of practice. Enhance the defense. Co-opted stuff. Good to know all these things. How close are we to the next level? I'm getting a call. Alright, I'm back. Actually, gotta quickly hop to the can for a second. Okay, now we're back for the bit of time I have till I got a dash. So I'm also thinking about like the plan about like how we're gonna be focusing on our upgrades. And if I'm honest, I don't see us upgrading like defense and stuff too much, because with how quickly our health gets erased currently, the plan will mainly just be hunker down in places and just try to not die. Okay, we almost had it that time. You really do not want me to succeed on that. Also, gonna quickly hit a save and see if we can pull this off. Okay, one more try. Okay, try again. I think we can hop it. Okay, that time I didn't even jump. We got this. I'm sure of it. Okay, that was too early of a jump. Gonna keep trying at this one. Aha! Well, hello there. Oh.
Access granted.
I accidentally nuked it. Well, that's embarrassing, but c'est la vie. Bird has evening sweeps to Seraph Industries manufacturing plant, freeing workers from pro-human extremists who had been holding them hostage for several hours. Could have been a bloodbath, commented Sergeant Neil, chief of, but we encountered very little resistance. Operation was completely successful. Words and stark contrast that witness account criticizing his team for reacting too slowly. The SWAT team sure took their sweet time. They stood around for hours like they were afraid to move or something. An unidentified man. Department is still deflecting blame to its handling a similar situation off 2 years ago in Mexican town when such killed 15 teen. I'd say the problem was y'all couldn't do squat and I had to pick up the pieces.
All the media speculation surrounding that hostage situation in Detroit has just flown through the roof, thanks to the arrival of celebrity author, founder of the anti-documentation organization.
And they're trying to be like, oh, thank goodness SWAT was there. Meanwhile, me with my tranq rifle being like, aha.
An extremely regrettable thing. I'd very much like to meet with David Seraph in person to offer my deepest sympathies and assure him that these attacks are in no way linked to Humanity Front. My people have worked tirelessly to find a peaceful solution to this dispute, and I unequivocally deplore the methods used by these hostage takers. Now, that being said, I do hope the UN takes a concentrated look at what happened here tonight.
Notes here.
United in their cause to find a common ground. Should that... day ever come to pass, one cannot help but wonder if millionaire Hugh Darrow, the man whose innovations first propelled augmentation technology to the forefront, will also be present. So far, Mr. Darrow has refused our repeated requests for an interview. This is a live.
Okay, how to get in?
Found their route blocked by supporters of the Humanity Front. The pro-human organization had received permission to gather in protest earlier in the week, but police decided to shut down the illegal rally prematurely and closed the Broadview Tunnel.
You can tell how skewed the media is because of the whole like way they're painting everything. Kind of like, hey, we've decided the good guys are these people, the bad guys are these people, and it's like, how sure are you? And they're like, well, don't question us. We're the media. Like, I'm looking at them like, geez, it sure is awful convenient that supposedly all these things lined up. Notice you aren't mentioning anything about me doing any of the work because I actually did good work. Which would make it really inconvenient for you to admit it.
Access granted.
Aha, it was 0.69 seconds left. Just making sure. Okay. Without activation, do not disclose any non-tenant safely. Saved. Yeah. Can we meet? Got a low profile. She's in pain. Neighbors are going to complain. The cop. She needs new pause, please.
I see you, Crow!
I guess it takes about as much space as that thing. Damage output, rate of fire. It's a full. Okay, one moment as that goes through. We're probably gonna go sell the machine pistol, I'm thinking, and maybe the 10 mil. But definitely the machine pistol. He's carrying it with him, but an email on the computer suggests he's going to an abandoned gas station. Great. Funny, I'm trying to hack through that pathway. Alrighty, to the gas station. Alright, this save. 9 minutes we got.
Jensen?
Probably finish this and
What
then
are you doing?
leave.
I think you know why I'm here, Tyndall. I want Corella's security footage back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm Seraph Industries' chief of security. I'm pretty sure I can find out about an edited security tape, so don't bullshit me.
Ah, shit. Listen, Jensen, I never wanted things to get this bad.
Alpha.
I'm not a bad guy. I feel for Corella, I really do. But sometimes, for a good cause, you have to get your hands dirty.
Oh, there's a good cause now?
Oh, I see. You think I'm selling the stuff, right?
Two
I
betas.
understand why this would seem like an obvious motive, especially to an ex-cop. But trust me, you shouldn't always take things at face value. I'm not selling the neuropazine, I'm giving it away.
Giving it away? To who?
To the people who need it. You think everyone gets augmented by choice?
Two alphas.
No. Shit happens. And then what? You're saddled with neuropazine injections for the rest of your life, and that shit costs money. But what choice do you have? Without the drug, you'll die. Rejection syndrome, crippling pain, that just ain't right. So I did the only decent thing to do. I stepped up.
I can respect that. But blackmail is still blackmail. Corella wants out, and I'm here to make sure he gets out.
Man, this whole thing is becoming way too much trouble. I've even got 2 local pushers on my back because they say my philanthropic actions are undercutting their profit.
That's not your only problem. A gun-toting client was waiting for you in your apartment earlier.
Really? In my apartment? Shit, the dealers probably sent him. Tell you what, I'll deal with the client later. You take care of the dealers, and the footage is yours.
I mean, I'm gonna see with these. I'm gonna still deal with the dealers because. Alright. Email as. Okay, so wait. Paragraph of text. What do you mean, paragraph? What do you mean by that? Because, like, I'm not about to open up my personal emails or something.
You're better than this, Tyndall. You know Corella doesn't deserve this. You have to do the right thing.
You're right. This isn't fair to Corella. But I'm doing what I have to do. I am doing the right thing.
Whatever you decide, once you can tell me what you mean by paragraph, I'll do it. But also, I'm about to have to dip in like 5 minutes, so. We're not on that time limit.
Oh.
Oh, I see.
Giving it away.
To the people.
That's not your own.
Really?
Look, you're right. You're in a tough situation. I wish I could help you out of it, but it's your mess, right? You're the one who's got to step up and do it.
He sounds just like my old man. You're lucky I respected the dude. Here's the footage. Guess I gotta face the mess I got myself in. Say what you want. At least I try.
You know what? I do want to go deal with dealers though. We got it the peaceful way. I found out what that info would sound like. However, I do want to go punch a bunch of dealers.
Jensen? Oh, I see. To the people.
Okay, I'll help you out. But you better not be playing me.
You give me way too much credit, Jensen. I'm a security tech, not a hardened mobster. The two pushers go by the name PG and BK. They hang out in the alley near the basketball court. Just make sure they never bother me again.
You're asking me to kill them.
Well, that's a bit drastic, isn't it? But it's your call, as long as you leave me alone. The important thing is you need to take care of both of them.
Alright, Rivla. So, I am going to remember your challenge. It will be done. We had 3 minutes left before I got a dash, and I don't see us getting much else done in the span of 3 minutes. Tell me if, Rivla, I'm just pretty much looking at this stuff while I wait on you. Actually, we got 1 minute left, so I'm just gonna find someone to dash to send y'all to. Go say hi to this person. They're a fine person. Now I gotta get going. But thank you all for tuning in. I hope you've had a wonderful time. I'll keep in mind this challenge. In fact, I'll take a picture of it right here. And thank you for tuning in. See you next time. And remember to laugh at life, because it makes life a little easier. Goodbye.